Stretch hit me up and he's like, when you coming through? I said, say less, let's do it.
Welcome to the Follow D Money podcast, season 5. In my attempt to find really cool people who are motivated, doing amazing things, I stumbled upon a young man who has interesting and very helpful way of finding out what I want to go eat. I stumbled upon an Instagram page of the Traveling Foodie Guy. Marcus is here with me today, and I'm just going to dive into his world and ask some questions that maybe you guys have, that I have, and see what motivates this man and how he got into that world. Welcome to the show. Thanks for coming.
D Money, thanks for having me on, man. Glad to be here.
Absolutely. My first question I always ask everyone, where are you from? How did you get to the space you're in?
So I was born and raised on the south side of Chicago.
Okay.
Yep. And I moved here to Indy in late 2017 on a job promotion. And when I first got here, I was just so consumed with work, I never got the opportunity to get outside of work.
Yep.
I was getting a little bit older, and I had this light bulb idea. I was the type of person that, and I noticed that it's a lot of people out there like that. You go to the same restaurants, you go to your chains, and you order the same thing every place you go to, right? So I'm getting a little bit older. I'm in this city that I never explored, been living here a few years. And I say, you know what? I'm getting too old to keep going to the same places and eating the same thing over and over. And I've yet to explore this city. So I say, you know what? I've went to school for radio, TV, communication, have had several social media things in that space. And I said, I wonder what it would be like to try different foods that I've never tried before.
Right.
And record my reaction to it. It was just a light bulb idea.
Yep.
And what I did was to make sure, because I'm a very picky eater. You know, growing up on the south side of Chicago, you ain't had too many options, so you go with what you know, right?
Right.
So I said, man, I was afraid of it. So I went on a vacation. I went to Santorini, Greece, and I said, I'm gonna go on this island, and if I can make it off, I'm gonna try not to eat nothing I can find back at home.
Right.
If I can go make it on this island and eat all this crazy food, then I'm going to go back home to the States and I'm going to devour the United States.
Yeah, souvlaki.
Nah, man, I had caviar and a whole bunch of other stuff I can't pronounce though. And I probably did. I just can't remember.
Yeah.
But so crazy enough, D Money, I came back home and I started going to other states. I started Googling craziest food to find in New York.
Oh, wow.
Weirdest food to find in Louisville, Kentucky.
Yep.
And I just started going on all these blogs to see what's the craziest foods I can find in the surrounding area so I didn't have to travel too far.
Yep.
And so I just started going and I started recording reactions to me trying different food and rating different food and stuff like that. And I had no interest in doing reels. These were all Instagram stories. I hadn't even became the Traveling Foodie Guide yet.
Right.
And somebody told me one day, they said, yo, these things called reels are popping and you need to start doing reels. I don't want to do no reels. I do this on the side. It's fun. I just want to do one take Johnny, record my reaction, call it a day.
Right.
So finally one day I said, you know what? I'm going to do a reel. So I go to Garden Table on a Sunday for brunch.
Yep.
And I'm the weirdo in there waving my camera around, hoping nobody see me, looking all weird or whatever. And so I go to Target. I'm sitting in the parking lot. I'm like, okay, let me edit this thing. I don't even like edit anyway. It takes too long and blah, 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 whatever. So I'm editing. I'm looking at it like, oh, what does this need? This needs my voice, because again, I went to school for radio, TV. What else? This needs some music. What else does this need? Okay, whatever. Publish the stupid reel. I did the stupid reel. All right, fine. I posted a reel. I go back playing video games with my daughter and everything. And I look up maybe a couple hours later. It's got some views. Yeah. I'm like, okay, I'm doing reels now.
And it's the first one you did.
Yeah, the first one. And I said, okay, I'm doing reels now. So I just started gravitating towards it. I liked it. And the cool thing was I was able to, because I was door knocking at that point. I was just going to at first I was going to different states just to try different food and post about it because I like to travel. That's what I like to do. I've been doing it for a long time. A situation happened where I couldn't travel as much, but I still needed to create content because I was starting to buzz. People were like, who's this guy? Who's this guy? So I needed to create content. So I said, Well, let me look at my own backyard.
Yeah.
Let's look right here in India. I had no intentions of doing any. Let me look at my backyard.
Yeah.
Lo and behold, man, I started finding some hidden gems, and I'm new. I'm just trying this stuff for the first time. It's starting to reach some people. My endorphins is kicking in. My taste buds doing the happy dance, and I'm
Right.
like, man, I think I found my mojo.
Yeah.
So I just stayed consistent with it. I noticed that when I would do indie places, it would get more reactions, more engagements, more likes, more comments. I go to another state, hey, they don't know me. Hey, okay, that's cool. Yeah,
Right.
cool. But here and then I'm like, man, let me see what's up. Let me start. And plus, I didn't have to spend as much money in gas.
Yeah, true.
Traveling too,
True.
right? So I started doing these reels, and I started going to restaurants, and I was just, hey man, I Googled your menu. I saw a cool thing I wanted to try. Can I just sit in the corner and record me eating it?
Yeah.
And I was just door
So that
knocking
was your
in Indy.
approach. You did
It
when
was.
you
I
went
was-
to a restaurant.
Oh yeah, I was door knocking, man.
Yeah.
I just literally would go to I would Google the restaurant,
Yep.
look at there because this is gonna help a lot because a lot of people DM me, ask me how I got started. So
Yeah.
this hopefully everybody is paying close attention. How do I get started doing what you do? This okay, I'm gonna tell you exactly how I started, not holding anything back. I would literally go to a restaurant after I made my first reel, and I say, hey, can I do one of these for you? I'd ask for the manager, hey, can I do one of these for you?
Right.
Yeah. And so it went from me door knocking, hey, can I do one of these for you? Yeah, you're fine. To me door knocking, can I do one of these for you? Yeah. Hey, give them a discount.
Yeah.
To door knocking, hey, can I do one of these for you? Yeah. Give them 50% off.
Yeah.
Door knocking, hey, can I do one of these for you? Oh yeah, you good. Your bill's free.
Yep.
To door knocking, hey, can I do one of these for you? How much you charge? So I went from here to here, and I was like,
Right.
wait a minute, try light bulb, ding, ding, wait a minute,
Right.
right? Then I went from door knocking, hey, can I do one of these for you? This how much I charge? To me hopping on my email, my Instagram, hey, when you coming to do me?
Right.
So I literally went from door knocking just to create content to, I can show you my DMs right now, how many business opportunities
Yeah.
come through that in my email every single day. I'm in demand. If somebody literally messages me right now and say, hey, I like you, when can we do business? I'm telling them mid-June. I'm
Right.
booked out a month.
So okay. So with all that said,
Yeah.
you like food, right?
No, man. Like food? No, I love food. Can't you tell, man? I got the little kangaroo pouch right here to show it.
So you like food. Were you always a foodie guy?
No, not
No.
at all whatsoever, man. I was Chick-fil-A, Outback Steakhouse, Olive Garden.
Yeah.
I'm not big into fast food, but like the chain game restaurants, I was all about that. Chili's, when
Right.
it came to food. I had an ex-wife. She was a great cook, phenomenal cook. So, I was married for a long time, never had to do any cooking whatsoever. So I
Wow.
was blessed in that category. She liked to experiment. She had the recipe czar and all that other kind of stuff. She would be creative. So
Yep.
I was just the taste test subject. So like I appreciate it after a
Right.
long, hard day at work, come home to some good food. But I didn't consider myself a foodie. You know
Okay.
what I mean?
Yeah,
So
yeah.
I didn't get to wanting to really start experimenting, getting outside of my comfort zone, trying things that I never tried before, really until I had that light bulb idea.
It sounds like when you stepped out of your living comfort zone, you stepped out of your food comfort zone.
Yeah, sometimes you got to do a deep dive on yourself.
Okay.
Stretch.
Okay.
You
Yeah.
got to do some self-evaluations and say, what makes me happy?
Yep.
I already had a career that does well, but I was looking for just a little bit more fulfillment. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
I wanted to be more fun because let's be honest, like corporate isn't necessarily super fun, right?
Right.
So I wanted to kind of have the best of both worlds. I want to be able to provide, take care of my family, all that kind of stuff, but then also have some fun on the side because I went to school for radio, TV communication.
Yep.
That's what fills my cup up. Anytime I'm behind the camera, in front of a camera, behind a microphone, doing what you do, like that really fills my cup up.
Yep.
So when you reevaluating your life and you're trying to prioritize what makes me happy, you go back to that space like, man, I remember I was a freshman in high school in Mr. Brown radio TV class. We got first place on the little video project we had to do. Man, you remember how that felt? I could still feel like that at my age. You know what I
Yeah.
mean? So yeah, that's when I got back with that.
With that, do you see yourself as a food critic or as a digital creator?
No, I wouldn't say critic at all.
You're not a critic.
No, I don't critique food. When
Okay.
I first started out, when I was doing the stories, I was kind of rating food. That
Yep.
was the lane that I was kind of going in.
Yep.
I wasn't a huge fan of that. think about this. Back during COVID, what happened to a lot of restaurants? They went out of business.
Right.
They went bankrupt.
Yep.
A lot of negative things happened. A lot of employees lost their jobs and things like that. So again, another light bulb idea, right? I had this crazy idea. You're like, yo, I've always been like this. I want to help people, right? That's just in my DNA. People that's known me my whole life will tell you I'm very selfless. I'm all about other people, right?
Yep.
I've achieved a lot. I want to help other people achieve a lot. So I have a radio TV history. I'm a published photographer. I've done amateur videography forever, so I know my way around a camera.
Yep.
And so what I did was I combined all that to be able to create good quality content for the restaurants to showcase to consumers, this is what this place looks like from a professional standpoint. This is what you're going to get when you go to this place. I'm not doing the rating, I'm showcasing.
Okay.
The cool thing is I'm still trying different foods, right? I don't want to
Right.
rate them because people ask me, what's your favorite all the time? I mean, there's a lot of good food out there, period.
Yeah.
You know, people DM me all the time, man, I've been living here my whole life. I've never been there. I never knew it tasted that good. There's a lot of good steakhouses in Indy. There's a lot of good
Yeah.
sushi restaurants in
Right.
Indy. I don't want to rate them. I want to promote them.
Okay.
I want to get people through their doors, especially if I go there and I have a good experience. I don't want no special treatment. Don't treat me, don't give me your top
Yeah.
server.
Yeah.
I want you to treat me like I'm a normal patron. And what I want to do is showcase my experience and broadcast that to the world and encourage people to do what I did, which is get outside your comfort zone, try something new and different, and see what you like.
Well, I'll tell you what. If they know you coming at this point, you ain't gonna get the average
Let
server.
me
You're
tell
gonna
you,
get the best server.
Man, the setup is real.
Everything is gonna be top notch.
Man, Jeffrey Butler be coming out there sometime, hands just Mr. Foodie Guide.
so that was like a good, you answered the question for me because when I look at your reels, I do see a happy experience every time, and it looks like you want people to go everywhere you've been.
Yeah, I mean, let me tell you, I'm a strength in numbers, crowd pleaser, kind of like.
Okay.
I love people, man. I'm a big extrovert.
Yep.
Let's make it a big old party, man. Everybody come out and try this. Bring your mama, bring your grandma. I
Yep.
don't care if she's in a wheelchair. Roll her on up in this joint.
Yeah.
That's the way I feel. I love community.
Okay.
Right. I really, I'm just a big extrovert, man. I just love people.
Yeah.
And the things that I enjoy, I like to broadcast that to give you an idea of what life could be like for you too. It's not just in the food space. I love the food space.
Yep.
But just period. Like I say, I love to travel.
Yep.
Just came back from Italy. I was showcasing that. Yo,
Mhm.
you wanted some good food in Italy? I'm going to show you what it's like. You know
Yep.
what I mean? I get to give people
Did
the
they
inside
receive you the
scoop.
same?
Oh man, let me tell you. I don't even know if I could talk about it, but man, I got so many upgrades. I got so many free stuff.
Dang.
I was dining right next to John Legend.
Oh, wow.
Yeah, man.
Okay.
Stayed in the same upgraded presidential suite that I was in. It's a lot of perks that come with traveling foodie guy, man. I tell you, it's I never imagined any of it, but I'm super appreciative for all of it. But I did the same thing. Italy didn't know me. I reached out to some of the hotels, and because I had done some hotels, see, that was a part of my long-term goal.
Yep.
Once things started to expand, I was like, hey, I can use this platform as an influencer to promote other business, because remember, it's all about, I want to help other people too, but I'm a person of value too. I need to get something out of this too, but I really want to help promote your business. I think that when it comes to something with my experience with sales, marketing, advertising, branding, radio, TV, photography, videography, I know I can put something together to make something pop, right?
Right.
So what I did was, before I went over to Italy, I just took some of my hotel reels that I did here. Like I did Bottle Works Hotel, Hotel Carmichael, Ironworks, and the hotels that I stayed in over there, I sent them an email. Hey, I did this over back in the States. I love to promote you guys or whatever. A couple of them turned me down or whatever, but then when I got over there, I guess they paid more attention to it. It was like, yeah. I mean, I got all kind of upgrades and extra stuff like that. Like I didn't get paid, but I'm appreciative for every single thing that they did.
Yep.
Restaurants too. I hit up some of the restaurants, not all of them, but I told them, hey, I'm gonna be there. I would love to promote you guys over in Italy. Got a lot of followers that love to travel. They'd like to, and they were super accommodating. I'd pull up my Instagram when I get in there. Hey, can I speak to your manager? I ain't afraid to door knock. I ain't afraid to cold call. I come from the sales world, right? I pull up my Instagram in front of the manager. I know you don't speak that much English, but you know
He
this.
said, I know you don't
You
speak-
see these followers.
You know them numbers don't lie.
You see this, and you know what that do, right? And they go back and they speak Italian. Oh, yeah. Follow me. They using Google Translate. Follow me. You know what I mean? So, no, it was an amazing experience that I truly appreciated. Even when I didn't, there's places that I went to go eat at that I didn't let them know what I did. The level of customer service over there is phenomenal because it is a tourist country.
Right.
That's how their economy works.
Yep.
A lot of people visit on a yearly basis. So a lot of their economy comes from tourism.
Yep.
So it's in their DNA to provide great service. I think there was only one place. I was over there 6 days. There's only one place that I didn't have a great experience at. Everywhere else, phenomenal, over the top, brag about them, free promotion, whatever. And the food, man, let me tell you, I learned so much about food just by going to Italy, man. Let me tell you. And this part right here is I'm trying to educate my audience right here because I'm doing a little pivot myself. One thing that I noticed when I was over there is that I ate a lot of food. I'm a foodie, right? You're going to Italy, you're going to eat the food.
Yep.
I ate a lot of food, more than I would eat here, and I never felt tired. I never felt tired, not once. And obviously you're doing a lot of walking and this and that, but let's just say you got an off day and you work out. I can tell you work out. I'm gonna have a cheat day. I ain't gonna have a cheat meal. Breakfast, I'm slamming. I'm gonna have an in-between snack that's gonna be like a lunch. I'm gonna have my lunch. I'm having a cheat day. My life is crazy. I'm stressed out, whatever the case. You're gonna have a cheat day, right? You know how you feel after that cheat day. Why the hell did I do that?
Yeah.
Why did I do? You know how you feel.
Right.
I ate a lot and I never had that lethargic, slow, tired, bogged down feeling, right? And I get to thinking, I said, why with as much food as I'm eating do I not feel tired or bogged down or crazy? So I did a little Googles. Their government doesn't allow them to put all those hormones, additives, preservatives, artificial. Their government doesn't allow all that over there.
Right.
But I come back home and I'm trying to smash, I'm back home. Immediately, I feel like after a meal and a half, I'm like, I'm tired. I'm done. I'm like, yo, this is crazy.
Right.
This is crazy. And I said, you know what? I need to make a little pivot. I'm not trying to be perfect by any means, but what I'm trying to do now, and the people that's been following me, they've been noticing this on my stories, I'm doing a little bit of a pivot. I'm not going to stop doing foodie because some people starting to get afraid. Hey, foodie, you ain't going to go full-blown vegetarian, vegan, eating spinach and carrots on us. Like, no, I'm still here. But what I am going to do is I'm going to be a little bit more conscious of the bad stuff. And by bad, I mean like, you know what I mean, right?
Yeah.
I want to put a little bit less of that in my body and I want to put a little bit more healthy in my body, right? Because let's face it, we all getting older,
Yep.
I know y'all look at the reels and y'all like, foodie guy, you're what? I thought you was like 26. Nah, man, I'm about to be 40. Yeah, my hairline's gone. George Jefferson is here, right? So at my age, I got to be cognizant of what I'm putting in my body. I'm not 21, 25, even 30 no more. Right. So you're going to see a little bit of a pivot on the Foodie Guide. You're going to see me start to encourage more healthier options and appeal to more people looking to have those healthy options because honestly, man, the way we set up here in America with our food system, it ain't designed for good. I'm going to just put it like that.
Right, but it's going to be hard for you to dodge eating some terrible stuff.
No, I'm not going to dodge it. I'm just going to consume less of it.
Okay.
I'm still going to do it. I'm still going to do it. I'm just going to consume less.
Because I saw something, I don't know if it was last night or what, but you went to this spot that just opened and it was a pile of something. And I said, if this dude is trying to eat healthy, that is not the way.
So what I would traditionally do is I sample the food for the videos. So a lot of people don't know that. They think I get DMs all the time. How do you eat so much food and you're not like 500 pounds, right? Okay, the secret is I sample the food. I don't eat all the food.
But they still bring you a full serving.
Oh, yeah. They bring me a whole bunch of stuff. And what I do is I literally take 1, possibly 2 bites of all the things that you guys see in the video.
Yep.
And I'll either, take some to go and kind of divvy it out or maybe have a little bit extra myself, but I don't eat all the food, right?
Yep.
I'm really trying to hold myself to just 1 bite now instead of 2. And if it's really good, man, sometimes I'll be like 3, 4, 5 bites. I'm like, yo, this is fire. I got it. There's no way this is leaving this table.
There is some discipline still in what you do.
100%. But the thing about it is because I have a career and I do this on the side, I don't have the ability to do this every day. So I do have a strategy of how I post, and it may appear that I'm eating all this food every day. but I'm not going to these restaurants every day, y'all.
Oh, okay.
It's a method to my madness,
Okay.
right? It's marketing, it's strategy.
Yeah, right.
So, the followers are like, man, every day you posting a video at a
Yeah,
new
you eating
restaurant.
good
You eating
every
good,
day. You
man.
eating good every day.
No, I do not. I don't go to all these places every day. I strategically plan out so it looks as if, because you got to play the game with Instagram. It's a free platform.
Yep.
You know what I mean? They're going to get something from you. You got to give them something in return. So to help with the algorithm and stuff like that, I do a little studying here and there. People, how do you grow? How do you do this and that? Do your Googles like I did. You know what I mean? That's the best thing I could tell you.
Yep.
But I play the game just like Instagram plays us. We're the consumer. We're the product.
Yep.
Anytime something free, you the customer.
Right.
Right. That's why you get all those ads. I didn't know they're listening to me. Yeah, they listening to you, and they your search engine and all that too. And so am I.
Yeah. So on the promotion side of a business, and you're creating content for a business, how do you decide who's next, who you're going to do? Do you ever turn down restaurants?
Yes, I do. So a while ago, and I get this question. Man, you ask all the questions that's in my DMs all the time. So thank you. Do I turn down places? Yes. If I don't feel that there is an alignment with my brand, then I will turn that restaurant or that establishment down, because I get a lot of emails and DMs every single day for people who see my following. They look at it on the surface and they're like, hey, if I just throw a little money at them, who's going to turn that down?
Yep.
I don't do what I do primarily for money. I have a career already that satisfies that. I do what I do for fulfillment. So if it's not something that's going to align with my brand, I'm going to respectfully say no. I get a lot of companies come up, but then there's a lot of things that I'm like, you know what? That doesn't align with my brand, but I'm pretty sure I can figure out a way to make that align with my brand. Let me give you an example real quick. Elevated Luxury Rental Cars reached out to me, and my immediate thought was, no, I don't want to. It's cars. I do food. But then I thought about something. I said, you know what? I can tie this in because I pay very close attention to my insights and my demographics. I know who my audience is. I know the male to female ratio. I know what percentages in each age group. I know who my audience is, right?
I like Sam too. Sam's cool.
Yeah. He's real cool. Real super, super cool. And I said, you know what? A lot of people in my comments are constantly talking about date night. What if somebody had a birthday, anniversary or something, and they not only wanted to go to dinner, but they wanted to have a whole experience, because that's what I promote. If you pay attention to my reels, I'm trying to promote an experience. I'm not just going in there and waving my camera around food saying, come here. I'm trying to create an experience for you to show you what life will be like in this place. So I said, you know what? 69% of my followers are women, and most of them are in a relationship, so they want to do stuff and go out. They're going to get their husband, boyfriend, fiance involved in that whole process. What if they want to do something nice for them and say, hey, your birthday's coming up. I want to rent you a luxury car and take you to a fancy restaurant. So I get DMs like that.
Yeah.
So I say, yo, I posted that. And it literally did something phenomenal. That's exactly what happened. I just posted it in my story. A lady said, thanks to your post, I was able to rent my husband a luxury like Genesis G80, and we went to a restaurant that you recommended, and we had a phenomenal birthday thing. All because of Traveling Foodie Guide, right?
Yep.
And so I'm like, yo, I helped create that experience. So I know I'm a person of value, and it became more than just food. It became more about the experience, and I figured out a way to tie that into an experience. And it just worked, right?
Okay.
So yeah, I turn people down. I've had to give a couple of companies their money back. Because I didn't like it. I even threw a little extra on top just for timing, and because I'm that kind of person. Because I get a lot of DMs. What do you do if the food is bad? I don't promote it. That's what I do.
I mean, I literally wanted to know, because
if the food is bad, I don't promote it, and here's why.
But you still have all that content. You're creating the content before you do all the tasting and everything, correct?
No. No, absolutely not. Everything's right there, Johnny, on the spot. So,
but you're filming everything, like just like when you came in here, like you're filming, right?
Oh,
so it's like if you had a horrible experience here,
just doesn't get promoted.
You just don't.
No, because again, from the beginning, I want to help businesses.
Right.
If I don't have a good experience, or if I can't talk positively about your food,
then you're not going to talk at all.
I'm not going to encourage other people to go, because my reputation means more than the following and the money. Right. I'm Gucci. Right.
Right.
I am basically showcasing my experiences to the world. And that's what kind of separates me. Like, there's several influencers, several foodie influencers in Indiana. And when I first started this, the very first thing that I did, Stretch, is I looked to see what everybody else was doing. And I said, how can I go left?
Right.
Right. I didn't want to fit in.
How do you stand out?
I didn't want to fit in. I wanted
Yeah.
to stand out.
Yeah.
And that's the difference, because a lot of people like to ride the trend train. I'm not on the trend train.
Right.
I have my own vision. I have my own goals. They're written down. There's a formulated plan of action. There's execution and follow through. I'm just built different.
Yep.
That doesn't mean I'm better.
Yep.
That means I'm just built different, right?
Yep.
So where I'm constantly trying to figure out how can I keep going left and push myself further away from the people that's looking at me as a person of influence to say, hey, Traveling Foodie Guy did it, so let me try it. I'm like, dang it, now I got to think of something new.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
Right.
But I love that. Some people look at that, and I'll be honest, sometimes it can get irritating if you take the time to create something, develop a style that's yours, and then you see somebody mimic it.
Yeah.
Like, yo, I went through a long creative process to come up with this. You know, you just saw it and said, let me go ahead and do it. But, you know, like Nas,
But I mean,
no idea is original.
and,
you know what I mean?
and imitation is the
Best form of flattery, right?
exactly. And
Flattery sucks.
but not only that, but not only that, when you create a standard, it's the only thing that's going to be matched anyway.
And you know what else? I found a positive in it, because I found that it pushes me to be better.
Right.
I'm a person of constant growth. So if I find myself in a lane with other people, okay, how can I be more creative and get outside this lane even further?
Correct.
And that helps me to push my boundaries and my limitations. So that's what I actually love about it.
Yep.
So we can look at it like imitation is the best form of flattery. Cool, you like that. Cool, do your thing. I chose to say, you know what? How can I get further away? How can I push myself beyond my boundaries? What
Yep.
can I do? Let me go back to the lab and recreate, right?
Right.
And I get kind of torn too, because I am a go with what you know kind of guy, but I'm also a person of constant growth. So I'm always trying to figure out ways to get better and bigger, you
Yep.
know, because I got goals for myself.
Yep. You seem super duper positive, and you have a really good outlook on how you handle things and even the negative situations. Like, what exercises do you use to get there? Like, what made you take that outlook on life?
Oh man, that's a phenomenal question. And this is probably going to blow a lot of people's mind, but it actually happened when I was in the military.
Okay.
This was 2001, and or 2002. And we had a battalion formation, and I had to go use the restroom. If you don't know what a battalion formation is, it's a whole bunch of companies, like hundreds and hundreds of soldiers, right? I went to go use the restroom, and I go to this. When I'm coming out, I'm elevated so I can look over everybody. And you know what I saw when I looked out, Stretch? I saw a group of black people right here, a group of white people right here, a group of Mexican people right here, a group of Asian people right here. And I said, no, why is everybody like? I said, no, we got to go mix this up. So what I literally did was I went to every single huddle of every single race that was like grouped up together, and I just integrated it just off of humor. I'm like, nah, man, you need to come over here. Nah, you need to come over here. We need to. As long as we're divided, you're going to be limited. Like
Right.
strength is in numbers, right?
Yep.
The more you have, the stronger and better you are. So when I did that, I saw the response from everybody, and I realized very early on, we got so much more in common than what we actually think.
Mm-hmm.
So I saw at an early age what the positive impact of positivity can have on someone in a big mass group setting. So, I mean, again, I'm very big on these light bulb moments. And so that's the way that I chose to direct my life.
Yep.
When social media started coming out, there was another situation that was a big light bulb moment. I know you remember like the Trayvon Martin case, right?
Right.
I was very big on social, very big on Facebook. One of the original, the OGs back when you had to be in college to be on Facebook.
Yeah.
When the verdict was announced, I just saw a lot of division on the timeline, right? It was just very divisive. And here I am, this one solo guy trying to combat every comment. No. Not all white people are like this. Hey, no. Not all black people are like, I'm trying to like be the glue that holds everybody together. And I literally created, this is a true story, man. I probably still got it. I created a Facebook group back then called Positive Change.
Okay.
And I DM'd a bunch of people, and I'm like, yo, I'm creating this group called Positive Change. And what we got to do is we got to counter all the negativity that's being posted out there with positivity. We can't have everybody's feed flooded with negativity and hate and racism and stuff like that. So we got to combat it with positivity. And I had a small group of like 12 people, and we were just dedicated to posting positive stuff to outweigh the bad stuff. And it just transcended, right? And then I created like that's when Facebook started going live. And I used to make these little Facebook Live positive messages. And that's what people know me for a long time, just positivity, because I know what the impact can have.
Right.
I was talking with a business owner on the way to this podcast, and he had some negative comments on his restaurant. And he said, "Man, I love the way you handled those bad comments, man. You chose positivity to combat it with, because some people are like, oh, the food was nasty. Oh, it's overpriced." And one of the comments, like the guy went real bad with the comment, and I replied, I said, "Who hurt you? Come here. You need a hug? I'm here for it." You know, like
hurt you?
I try to combat negativity with positivity, and for people who know me, that's been in my life, that's had the opportunity to be around me, and no matter what setting it is, whether it's professional, business, personal, just in a line at a grocery store, like that's the way I choose to live my life, because there's so many advantages to positivity and so many disadvantages to negativity.
Right.
Do you want to be around a negative Nancy? Do you want to be around a terrible Todd? No, don't nobody want to be around that. So I choose to be a light, you know, and promote positivity. It just makes everybody feel better.
Do you find that you being positive all the time seems to annoy people? No.
I never get that, man. People
You
want.
don't get that?
Nah, people want this in their space, because everybody got negativity in their life. They got marital problems, relationship problems, work problems, kids problems. They got all these problems, so they need some positivity in their life.
Yeah.
So no, I never have I got the indication, the memo, and trust me, I'm really good at reading the room, right?
Yeah.
Because I talk a lot. Never once have I got the indication of somebody saying, "You know what, you just too dang on positive." Like never in the history of traveling foodie guidem.
Why are you so
Has
happy?
that ever happened? Why are you so happy all the time? You're just showing your teeth. Look, tired of seeing your teeth. No, I mean, I get a lot of compliments on it.
I want to go back to the reviews and things like that, because you now have created value for yourself.
Mm-hmm.
Does that affect how you feel when you just want to go on a date? Are you still working? Like when you go to a restaurant, are you always creating content, or do you take a time and leave your phone in your pocket and enjoy a restaurant?
Rarely, but yes.
Okay.
I have lofty goals for what I'm trying to do, so that is a priority. However, I do realize that there needs to be times that I do need to put my phone away. Again, I'm very good at reading the room, but in some cases, heck, I go out with my daughter a lot.
Yep.
And she'll tell me, "Daddy."
Yeah.
Right?
Yeah.
So yeah, I am able to go out on a date with my lady, go out on a daddy-daughter date with my daughter and stuff like that, and be able to actually enjoy the moment. But I at least got to get like one picture or something, right? You got to keep the engagement going. But I pick and choose my battles, and now I've done, since it's grown into what it has, I always set the expectation going into it. So if I'm going somewhere with my daughter, hey, I'm going here, it's for a job. I think you're really going to like this food. This is what it is. You know what I got to do.
Yep.
She's like, okay, cool.
Yep.
Hey, we're going to this place. It's not for a job, but I may want to do just like a quick 15-second story of both of our food. Okay, cool. So I've paid enough attention to her body language to know the appropriate time, because I got to focus on quality time with her too.
Yep.
You know what I mean? So I had to grow to that, because this is all new. I haven't been doing this that long. You know what I mean?
Yep.
But there's I have a lady, and we go out on dates sometimes too, and I don't, sometimes it could be a little picture, posted a story just for the engagement.
Yep.
Sometimes I'll tell her, hey, I got an opportunity to do a job, and I think this is a place you'll like too. Let's go. And she's cool with it. I think as long as I set the expectation going into it, we're good, because nobody likes surprises. You think you're going on a date, but here's this dude in front of you waving his camera around the whole time, not paying attention to you, right?
But I mean, that's very mature that you communicate that this is going to happen, and if you want to be a part of it, then you can come. But, But then once you get there, they know the expectation, so then it's on them if they
you got to set the expectation. But there are times where, because there's a lot of places that like don't work with influencers and stuff like that, and I still look and I'm like, hey, I really want to try your food, so I'm gonna choose that as a date night. Like if we can't collaborate with each other, no hard feelings. Your food's still good, and I want to try it, so I'll just go there on a date or something like that.
But you won't make content for that.
Sometimes, yes and no.
Okay.
Sometimes, and that's really it's how I feel in the moment.
And that's what I was kind of kind of asking because you have value, but you do this because you like to.
Yes.
So if you go to a place that you like that didn't want to mess with you, didn't want to do all.
Yeah, I'll still
that,
promote them.
Okay.
Oh yeah, absolutely.
right.
Yo, this food's banging. You definitely gotta
Right.
go try.
Okay.
Traveling Foodie got approved.
Yeah. He said,
Yeah,
no
for
matter
sure.
what, this is good.
This isn't a career of mine, right?
Right,
I want to promote good food. Just because you chose not to work with me,
Okay.
you did it in a respectful manner.
Yeah,
I still want
that's true to the game.
Yeah, I want to
That's-
contribute to your business. I want to help you succeed. And if I love it, I want to tell people about it. I may not make a reel, but you're going to get a
Yep.
story or something. You know what I
Okay.
mean?
So I want to ask a few. I'm going to ask a few types of food, and do you have favorites?
I don't play favorites, but I'll tell you the first thing that comes to mind.
Okay.
We can rapid fire this. You say pizza, I got a spot. You say Italian, I got a
Okay.
spot. You
Yeah,
say
yeah.
tacos, I got a
All
spot.
right. So I'm gonna say a type of food.
Okay.
And then you just.
I'll tell you the first thing that comes to mind.
You say the first thing that comes to mind, but also tell me why.
All right, cool.
Okay. All right.
Shoot.
So pizza.
Man, for some crazy reason, Basbo's. I really like Basbo's.
I love Basbo's.
I
too.
really like Basbo's. They
Yeah.
got great pizza, but I can also throw in there Grumps slices. I
Never
love
heard of it.
Grumps slices. They got big New York triangle slices. That's
Okay.
fire. I know some people want to hear that.
Okay.
I know. I mean, the reason I don't do the favorites because some people go get mad at me. Traveling, man, my DM's gonna be blocked. Traveling Food Guy, how you gonna say this ain't your favorite? Yo, it's good.
Right.
It's really good.
It's fair though.
Man,
The
I eat
first
a
thing
lot.
that comes to mind.
I eat a lot of good food.
Sushi.
Not a big fan. I will eat it, but
Yeah.
I'm not a big fan.
Okay.
I just
Okay. Fair.
we can skip that one. I get DMs all the time. Where's the best sushi place? When you scroll down, did you see sushi on my
He
thing?
said, I did not review sushi.
I will eat sushi though. I will.
Right.
I'm just not a big fan
Tempura.
of
You
it.
gotta eat tempura.
But I've tried, some ahi tuna and
Yep.
stuff like that. Dipped it in the right sauce, some
Yep.
good seaweed. I love seaweed for some crazy reason. But I'm just not big into it. I'm not like if my daughter say, "Daddy, let's go get sushi." Okay, we rolling. I'm gonna get some sushi,
Okay.
but it's not my preferred. If I'm not working and I say I want to go get some food,
Yep.
sushi's not the first thing that comes to mind.
Okay. A burger.
Oh man, Flame
Where's that
Burger
at?
over by Keystone Fashion Mall.
Oh, Flame.
Flame award-winning burgers, straight fire. And when I say fire, I mean it. Like they got the little,
They're good.
it's a flame for a reason. They got an open fire right there.
Oh, okay.
And it's fire.
Dang,
Like it's
okay.
legit. Flame. Yeah, they got the trophies in
I
there and
never,
everything.
never been to Flame.
That's
Okay,
why
so
you found
I'm
Traveling Foodie
learning.
Guy.
I'm
Open your
learning.
own,
Yeah,
baby.
exactly. I'm gonna get it because I love food.
Flame.
Best Italian.
I wouldn't say best, but I'm a big fan.
Or
Okay, I like Ambrosia and I like Boca.
oh, I haven't been to Boca.
Man, I like Ambrosia and I
Okay.
like Boca.
Okay.
Both of those two.
This is the last one.
Hit me.
Pho.
You cussing at me straight? No, I'm just kidding.
Pho.
I'm not a big fan of pho.
Really?
Nah.
Oh man,
Nah. But again, I'm still.
I
think
love pho.
what a lot of people fail to realize, Stretch, is that I have not been doing this long.
Right.
They may see the following, they may see the reels and the production, and
Yep.
it looks quality and all that.
Yep.
I have not been doing this long. Total time creating content because I took a 5-month break. I
Yep.
went and transitioned in careers. I built a house. And so I took 5 months off. So total time content, it's only been a little bit over a year
Really?
that I've been creating content. Yeah.
Wow.
Mm-hmm.
Damn.
Yeah.
That's a pretty fast.
Yeah.
Damn. All right. Cool.
If you you can look at dates, you can scroll down my
That's-
Instagram.
That's crazy, man.
Total time is close to 2 years, but if
Yeah.
you take that 5 months off,
Yeah.
yeah, a little over a year I've been creating content.
Okay. I have a same concept, but I want to know what is a great atmosphere restaurant.
It depends because there's levels to Traveling Foodie Guy, right? I done been through so many
right.
walks of life. I grew up in the hood on the south side of Chicago. I went to the military. I
Yep.
went to a community college. I got into a professional work setting. So I have a wide, diverse audience and I appeal to so many people, right?
Yep.
So when it comes to the setting, sometimes I like to be bougie. Sometimes I like to be ratchet.
Yeah.
So it just, and
Yeah.
everything in between, right? So if I'm being bougie, let me tell you, man, I love having to put on either a suit or a nice blazer and some cool Cole Haans or some bougie Gucci Louis shoes, stuff like that. And when I walk in, the aesthetics has to be astounding. I'm talking about over the top. Your chandelier better be at least 5 feet.
Ooh.
You know what I mean? The servers have to be top notch.
Yep.
They better be coming over every few minutes with the little knife, wiping the crumbs off the
Right.
table
That's,
for me.
that's
right?
huge right there. That's real bougie.
Managers coming over consistently to make sure that I'm receiving a top notch, excellent level of customer service. A dimly lit vibe. A place where the servers look neat.
Yep.
You know, their apparel, even though they're serving food, their apparel looks nice and neat and clean and doesn't have big grease stains and something like that. It's not just the environment, but it's the totality. It's the experience.
Yep.
If you're describing an item on the menu, I need to feel that you know what you're talking about, that you went through some sort of training, and that you can professionally explain this in a way that's exquisite, but break it down to a way that my ratchet side can understand it too, right?
Yep.
That's the bougie vibe, right? That I paint a picture for all y'all. My ratchets, I don't care. As long as your ratchet clean, I don't care if you got deep fryers, air fryers, toaster ovens. Like, man, if I want some wings and they filthy McNasties and they fire, I don't care. Like,
right.
Because, and that's me. I'm just a big ball of everything, man.
Yep.
Everything from ratchet to bougie and everything in between. I don't care, man. I don't care.
Okay. Can you get both of those and have a good restaurant in Indy? Have you been to those?
So ratchet and bougie at the same time?
No, I'm talking about like, have you been to a restaurant in Indy that fits your criteria for ratchet and for bougie?
You mean at the same time?
No.
Oh, just period. I had a few servers, you know, they kind of down to earth, down to your level. They'll let out a few cuss words. They'll talk to you like they know you for about 15, 20 years, but still give you a great level of service. You just feel like you can relate to them. And then, yes, I've had the restaurants wherever I've experienced the creme de la creme level of customer service and great environment. Yeah, Indy has so much to offer.
Yep.
And my favorite comments are the ones that go, I've been living in Indy for X amount of years and I never knew this place existed.
Right.
Like, I live for those comments right there. Because I live here, thankfully.
That's what I look at your page for, because I'm looking at, when you go to places, I'm like, where the hell is this place?
Yeah, man. I'm like Dora the Explorer out here, man. I'm getting my Explorer. I'm trying to learn for myself, and I'm trying to put everybody else on. I'm trying to help the businesses out. I'm trying to help the patrons find new places so they can not be like how I was, constantly going to the same places. I'm trying to help everybody, man.
What's your end goal with Traveling Foodie Guy?
I want to travel the world for free. I do. I want to go to the place and have my hotel for free, and I want to have my food for free.
Okay.
That's it.
Yep.
I just want to travel the world. Traveling is expensive. I don't know if y'all travel, but traveling is expensive, and I've been doing it for a while. And I say, yo, I'm gonna capitalize off of this, man. I want so that's why, you know, just Traveling Foodie Guide, I named it that for a reason. The goal wasn't just to do food. I love to travel well before I started this Instagram page. And so that's the reason I started getting into hotels, because I'm like, yo, I'm going to all these countries and these hotels aren't cheap. I want to make these real so that I can door knock. Hey, in Spain, can I do this for you? In exchange for me, let me stay in your hotel for free, right? So that's it. I love to travel. That's what makes me happy. It's what fills my cup up, and I want to do it for free.
And you will.
Oh yeah, man! I got maps all over my house, man. I can't tell you how many maps that I have. I got the little pin cushion board with places that I've been and places I want to go. I want to experience the world. I want to do it while I'm young. I don't care about wait till I'm 55, 65 to retire and go bucket listing. Nah, man, I can't hike no mountain at 55, 65 years the way my knees set up. No, I want to do it now. My bucket list started years ago. You know, I want to experience the most beautiful places on the world. I want my daughter to see it with me, and I want to do it while I still can, because we're not meant to be on this life forever.
Good. Other than food and creating content for food, what outside of that are you passionate about?
Being a nerd, honestly.
What do you nerd out on?
Personal development, leadership, self-help, stuff like that. Although I'm a big extrovert, I have to take time for myself, and I got to go inward sometimes. So I pride myself of being a person of value, not only with food, but with everything that I do.
Okay.
I read a lot. And the reason that I read a lot is so that I can gain all this knowledge so that I can pass it along to other people and help other people. And I have similar goals with this foodie thing too. It's going to eventually get to a point where I'm gonna be like, yo, who knows? Traveling Foodie Guy may drop a course on how to, if you saw my path as inspirational and that's something that you want to do, I may drop a course on it and teach you how to do it too, right?
Yep.
So I'm always trying to figure out ways to be better, to become a master of my craft, and just to be great, to use that as inspiration for other people. And if they want to take on that path too, I want to be able to teach it and give them game and help them out with that too. So that's what I'm into, man. I'm big in like inward these days.
The N-word?
Yeah, I want to go inward, man.
You know, N-word.
That was a good one. That was a good one. You got me with that one. I said you want to go get me. You got me.
I want to go inward.
Right. That was a good one.
Do you really?
Tell you, Stretch. I knew you was gonna set me up on this podcast, man.
Earlier you talked about, stepping aside and trying to be away from all the other reviewers and food people.
Mm-hmm.
And you see people imitating your style, right?
Yeah.
With that like you do have to pay attention to what would you call it, competition?
They call it that. I don't.
Okay. But you are aware of other food people out there.
Yes.
Is there anyone that you respect in the game?
A lot of people. Oh man, what we do is not easy. It's an art. It's a craft. If you take it as serious as I do, like, man, I even posted on my story today. I hope y'all don't think that I just literally go into a restaurant and record myself eating food, because like I got a full-blown process to what I do, from the research stage all the way to the implementation and execution and posting. So yes, there's a lot of people that I respect because I can tell who puts time, effort, and energy into the quality of their work based off of what I see. So yeah, there's people that I respect. You want me to name drop?
I just want to name one. Like who out there do you look at theirs and say, wow, that's some good work right there?
See, you said good work.
Or you look at their
people,
content.
I like people for different reasons.
Okay.
I like Mike G because he's so influential.
Okay.
Mike G's great. He came on the scene and he can bring a crowd.
Yeah, he can.
He can bring a crowd. He says, yo, I'm going to be at this place at this date at this time. Pull up. Man, you're going to see a line, right?
Yeah.
The man is very influential. And I haven't been doing this long, but in my opinion, I think he's one of the innovators in indie that created this sort of lane that we're all in right now. So I give mad props to him. Sierra in the City.
Yeah.
I like Sierra in the City because she taps into my bougie side. See, like Mike G, I'm not calling him ratchet, but that's more of my speed because I come from the south side of Chicago, right?
Yep.
That's like that lane. Sierra's more my polished side because I get OCD sometimes and I like to get pristine and like so like those two really stick out to me, right? So I saw them and I said, what they're doing is dope. How can I still go left, though? Like, I never wanted to be like a Mike G. I never wanted to be like a Sierra in the City.
Yep.
Big Inspo, wow. I love what you guys have done. I love the quality of your content and how influential you are in the lane that you guys have created. I want to do something similar, but in my lane.
Yep.
Yeah.
That makes sense.
Mm-hmm.
How would you define success in what you're doing?
Being able to do what I want, when I want, with whoever I want.
Okay.
That's what success is to me.
Yep.
Has nothing to do with monetary value, has nothing to do with a quality of lifestyle or anything like that. Or maybe you can say, yeah, a little bit quality of lifestyle. But success is so subjective because everybody's definition of success is something different.
Yep.
For some people, they got to make X amount of money to be successful. So to some people, they have to have a certain amount of happiness in their life to be successful. But for most people, there's usually some physical attribute that's tied to success.
Yep.
For me, success is a mind state. Right? When I'm able to go wherever I want on this planet Earth and do whatever I want to do with whoever I want to do it with and not have to worry about anything, that's my level of success. And that's more of a mind state than it is a monetary or a physical thing.
Yep. People who do not follow you on Instagram, tell them your Instagram.
It's Traveling Foodie Guide.
And you're on all the platforms, right?
Yeah, but I'm not. So it's Traveling Foodie, Foodie, Guide, Guyde. Want to break that down, and
Yeah.
then I'll tell you about. Okay, so one, I like to travel.
Yep.
Obviously, foodie, duh.
Yep.
Guide, Guyde instead of Guide. Guy Fieri is big inspo,
Oh, okay.
and a lot of people don't know that.
Dang. Have you met him?
Absolutely not, but man, I be tagging the heck out of that dude in my stuff.
He ain't
I
never reached
no,
out.
man, I don't think he run his Instagram account.
I mean,
think
the
he got
fact
some
that
people.
your name is at like that's
It's thought that went into it, man.
Yeah,
it really is. I
that's
I didn't come up with it overnight. I try not to make. I try not to be too
guy.
spontaneous, right?
hit my guy up. Hit
Yo,
my guy up,
here's
guy.
the deal. Big facts and no shade. Like Guy Fieri's getting older, and he gonna have to retire, get out the game, and he gonna need a replacement. So
Yeah.
I'm like, hey, yo, you big inspo, the big homie, you need to
Right.
pass that torch.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
Yeah,
So
hand it
I
to
mean,
you.
a guy can dream, right?
I think it's a good idea.
Man, somebody tag Guy Fieri in his podcast and
I'm
tell
gonna
him
tag him. I'm gonna tag him. Guy Fieri. Hit
So-
up my boy Marcus.
Yeah,
What's up?
I do have Facebook, the like page. I do have TikTok. I do not post on those, and
Okay.
I go back and forth as to why. Everybody's a guru online. Everybody's selling some course. Everybody's a master marketer and all this other kind of stuff. The one thing that sticks out to me the most is, again, I do this on the side. Pick one thing and master at it. Don't be a jack of all trades and a master of none. Be a
Right.
master of one, right?
Right.
So that's where I have to figure out where my value lies. I know where my audience is because Facebook, Instagram, TikTok, Snapchat, they all have different demographics, right?
Yep.
I'm about to be 40 years old. I know my lane. I know my audience. I know who they are, how old they are, what race they are, what age group they are. So I speak to my audience's language. Could I be limiting myself? Sure. But at the same time, it's not that deep.
Yep.
I got on Instagram because I'm a visual person. All of my content is video.
Yep.
Facebook is just honestly too negative for me. There's a lot of political crap, and I don't, political negativity comments, sports negativity comments, like everything you see, somebody's got something bad to say about it on Facebook. I don't
Yeah.
know why. But Instagram is a visual platform. I've always been in a radio, TV. Instagram was based off of photography and videography, so that's the lane I choose. Honestly, I think I'm a little bit too old for Snapchat and maybe even a little bit for TikTok. This is just my lane. One day I'm gonna get an assistant. They'll download all my stuff. They'll upload it to the other platforms and they can figure that all out. But for right now, my lane is just Instagram.
Instagram. And
Yeah.
you killing Instagram.
Yeah, that's pick one thing and master it.
Yep.
And I'll, who knows, maybe get paid to teach somebody else how to do it one day.
Yep. All right. My last question is: Do you watch movies?
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
What's the last movie that made you cry?
Cry. That's a good question. Yo, it's so funny you say that. 13, it's not a movie, it's a series. 13 Reasons.
Is that
on
the
Netflix.
Suicide?
Yep.
I
Mhm.
never watched it. It's
yeah.
good.
So this was 2017 when I watched it. And I remember, spoiler alert, fast forward 10, 20, 30 seconds, when the girl committed suicide, my daughter would have been 11 at the time.
Right.
And when that happened, I only have one child. I thought about my daughter committing suicide and I said, holy crap, this is the world that this is actual. This is not reality. This is actuality.
Yeah.
This is happening on a daily basis. The suicide rate in America is
Right.
high.
Right.
So I just thought about, I got one shot with my daughter.
Yeah.
And I thought about if that was her. If my daughter went through high school and had to experience what this girl did and it led to that, it made me cry.
Yeah.
It really did. It
That's
made me
deep.
cry.
Yeah, that's
Yeah.
real deep, man. Got anything you want to ask me?
You? Yeah. I mean, here's the deal. I'm still new to this.
Yeah.
There's obviously a lot of other food influencers out there.
Mhm.
There's a lot of foodies out there. What made you decide to reach out and say, yo, Traveling Foodie Guy, you're somebody that I want to sit 4 feet across from and interview out of anybody else that you could have in this space?
That's a good question. There's a few things to it because I'm friends with Mike G,
Mhm.
and he's never been on, but we talk about it all the time. Logistically, it's just
He probably too busy, man.
super-
That man's a
dude's
machine.
busy. Dude's busy, but always down. You know.
Yeah.
But Rambo, my guy right here, brought you to my attention, and then like when people always hit me up like, hey, you should have this person, you should have that person. And I'm just like, all right, cool. Like I have a list of people who I am doing already, you know.
Gotcha.
So I take time and I'll follow you for a while and, see what you're doing, see how consistent you are and see if it's something that even I enjoy. But what drew me to you was how positive you were all the time. And it's like how you review things, it drew me to what was next. Like where are you going to eat next? And that's important in the lane that you're in.
Mhm.
Following somebody for what they do and how they do it is very important. And,
Yes.
and you're doing a great job at that. And that's literally why you're here.
Appreciate it, man.
Yeah.
I do what I do from the heart. I don't expect nothing in return. I genuinely enjoy what I do. The smiles that you see on my videos are genuine. The voices that you hear on my videos are genuine.
Yep.
Everything I do not do, I cannot emphasize this enough. I do not do what I do for money.
Right on.
I enjoy the money, but I do not do what I do for the money. Crazy enough, I do it for my experiences and I do it for the comments that I get because when somebody says that I went to a place or I did this experience because Traveling Foodie Guide told me to and it was phenomenal, it was crazy, I loved it. My wedding anniversary was perfect. Thank you, Traveling Foodie Guide. My husband's birthday experience was great. Yo, my date night, we ain't been on a date in 6 months and we
Yeah.
finally went to this place because of you. Man, you have no idea what that does to me. It makes me feel so good.
Good.
That's why I do it.
That's what's up, man.
Yeah.
I'm very appreciative of you coming out.
Appreciate you having me.
And hopefully we can sit and eat together.
I'm down. The next one, let's set it up at a restaurant.
Yeah, for sure. I'm actually having we're doing partnering with Gallery Pastry where I'll have brunch and dinner with different networks, and I'm definitely gonna have you at one.
Dope spot. One of my favorites. Shout out Allison. I told
Shout
her I was
out
going to
Allison,
tell her.
Gallery Pastry. Also, if you guys go to Gallery Pastry and say that you listen to the podcast, you'll get a free shot. I mean, that's
Boom.
very basic.
Boom.
Also, breaking bread. If you
No, that's the code. Say breaking bread.
oh, the code is breaking bread. If you
Okay.
say breaking bread, you'll get a free shot.
Okay.
So go there, get a free shot. You don't even have to buy anything, is what I was told. So
Oh.
just going there to get a free shot is amazing, but don't do that.
Yeah.
Don't do that.
And you're hearing it from the foodie guide. Like, I'm telling you, I've been to all 3 galleries multiple times each. Even when I'm not creating content, it is a dope spot. I'm not just saying that because
Definitely.
Allison is a
Definitely.
really dope spot.
Definitely. It was the first place that I hit up to do this, and they accepted, and Allison's just a great person, so
Yeah.
I'm glad to be working with him. Marcus, I'm so glad you came.
Me too, man.
I
It's
hope
been great.
everybody enjoyed your journey and your story. Please go to followdmoney.com, buy some merch, check out some episodes. Tell me what you want me to ask Marcus next time I see him, and I'll see you guys next time.
Peace.
Peace.